Hello everyone, it's Christian Green from Nature Heals Us. Today's Friday, just like I promised, brand new video, and it's all about water. Okay, so today's topic is, here's why you should only drink distilled water. And before we jump into this topic, first we need to know, what is distilled water? So, distilled water is water that has been heated up to the boiling point so that impurities are separated from the water. And when I say impurities, I'm basically pertaining to anything that is pathogens, minerals, good or bad. It shouldn't be anything outside our drinking water. It should be 100% pure. Okay, so once the water has been heated up to the boiling point and it's turned into vapor or steam, the next thing that occurs after that is that vapor or steam is then condensed back into water. And this new water has no impurities in it. All of the impurities has been left behind through distillation. And this water is now beneficial for the body. Why? Because it has zero parts per million. It has 0 parts per million in it. Speaking of 0 parts per million, 0 parts per million basically means that within this water there is nothing that is dissolved in this water. It's basically 100% pure water. Many of our spring water and alkaline spring water has many things that are dissolved in it. And the way that we could basically measure what's in our water is by utilizing what is called a TDS meter. So in my hand, what I have right here is a TDS meter. A TDS meter basically stands for total dissolved solid. And what that does is it measures the amount of things that are dissolved inside the water. Now, when it comes to distilled water, there's no concern for that because it has 0 ppm, parts per million. And since it has 0 ppm, that is why it is great for us to consume when it comes to detoxing, when it comes to fighting viruses, when it comes to healing of the body. Distilled water is the only water you should consume on a daily basis. Now, right in front of me, I have all of these top popular brands of water. I don't have all the water. I just have these selective water. And these water are, I have Starkey spring water. It's a popular brand. I have Fiji water. I have imported glacier ISO water. It's called imported glacier ISO water. And I have another popular water brand that a lot of people like to drink. It's called Flow water. I have Core. And I also have this popular brand which is called Eternal. Okay, and all alkaline spring water out there essentially. So what's wrong with these water? What's wrong with these water is the fact that the mineral content in these water are not good for us. It does not help us with the healing process. Now, I want to apologize for one of my videos from last year when I told you guys to use this cheap spring water that you get from Dollar Tree. I no longer drink alkaline spring water. I'm only drinking distilled water forever, for all my life until I die. Only distilled water. Now, back what I was saying. What's wrong with these water is the minerals. The minerals inside these water are not beneficial for our cells. You see, the thing about these minerals is that the minerals that these water contains are called inorganic minerals. Inorganic minerals basically means that the minerals are dead. They're not alive. They don't contain carbon. They don't contain oxygen or hydrogen. So these minerals that are found in these spring water, alkaline, whatever spring or alkaline water you're consuming, all of them have it. These minerals, our cells can't assimilate them. Our cells can't use it. It can't. So what ends up happening into our body is that our cells wind up discarding these minerals to other parts of the body. to the heart, to the brain, to the kidney, to the joints. And then when these inorganic minerals accumulate, that's where diseases start to come to the surface. So the reason why these water is not healthy for consumption is because of the minerals. If they didn't have these minerals, it'll be beneficial. But that's not another thing is the minerals is not important, but there are other things that are dissolved in these water. So that's why it's always good to have a TDS meter, which is again total dissolved solid. Okay. Now distilled water, I like distilled water. Why? Because there's tons of data out there that talks about how beneficial distilled water is for the body. So one thing about distilled water is that when you drink distilled water, one thing that is certain is that distilled water helps to remove these inorganic minerals. All right, it helps to remove these inorganic minerals. Another thing about distilled water is that the body could use distilled water. The body responds better when you're only drinking distilled water. Your blood composition is about 90% distilled water. The fruits and vegetables that you eat is nothing but distilled water. It's not alkaline spring water, it's distilled water. When it rains, when it pours down from the heavens, the water that is coming down from the heavens is distilled water. Distilled water is the best water you should be drinking when it comes to healing of the body. When it comes to, if you're trying to get rid of herpes, if you're trying to get rid of HIV, if you're trying to get rid of hepatitis, HPV, I don't care what you have, you should only drink distilled water. You can't drink these alkaline spring water. You need to ask yourself, hey, is the mineral in this water inorganic or is it mineral? That's what you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself, is the mineral inside this spring water, is it inorganic, which is basically dead, which our cells can't use, or is it mineral? And you could ask any biochemist this question. You could ask any biochemist, is the mineral inside spring water good for us? They'll tell you no, it's not. So you want to consume distilled water. Distilled water is good for us. Distilled water helps to remove inorganic minerals. Distilled water helps with hydration. Distilled water helps to get out. It helps to get rid of anything that doesn't belong into your system. So one of the things about distilled water is that it has this like negative charge, a bunch of electrons. Speaking of electron, when you drink distilled water, and since it has that slightly negative charge, when you drink it, it's helping to remove any toxins and any pathogens. And one thing about pathogens and toxins is that they have a positive charge, while distilled water is slightly negatively charged. And what do opposites like to do? They like to attract each other. So distilled water, since it's slightly negatively charged, it helps with the elimination of pathogens. The pathogens could be bacteria, HPV, HIV, herpes. It helps your body to remove herpes from your body. Herpes, HIV, HPV, type 2 diabetes. If you're trying to detox, distilled water is the ideal water for it. Since it's slightly negatively charged, it helps with the removal of toxins and pathogens. And I understand that on the internet there's a lot of topics about distilled water leaching minerals and that distilled water is acidic. When you have distilled water, it's at a 7.0 pH, but once you open it, it falls under the acidic side, which is slightly acidic, which is not that bad for us. It's still beneficial, which is slightly acidic. And when it comes to leaching minerals, the distilled water does not leach any mineral that has become a part of the cell. The only thing distilled water leaches out is herpes, HIV, HPV, and toxins. Okay, that's the only thing that it leaches out. That's the only thing that is bringing out the body. It's leaching out inorganic minerals. If these inorganic minerals are positively charged, since distilled water is negatively charged, it picks them up, and your body gets rid of it through the lymphatic system, through the kidneys. So distilled water is a great water. It's an ideal water for detoxification. And like I said, guys, these water right here, flow water, Fiji water, okay, core water, pure pristine water, any spring water, any alkaline spring water, any filtered water, it's nothing compared to drinking distilled water. None of these water, no type of water out there has nothing on distilled water for the fact that it has 0 parts per million. It's 0 ppm in it, okay? And one of the things that I like to do, so I have a distill machine. One of the things that I like to do once I put my water inside the distill machine is that I like to take my water and I like to put my water in a glass jar, okay? I'll take my distilled water and put it in a glass jar. Well, anyways, guys, I just want to let you guys know that moving forward with your journey of trying to get rid of a disease, an illness, and many of you guys out there that have herpes, HIV, HPV, what I want you guys to remember is that the only water you should drink is distilled water. Distilled water contains no inorganic minerals, contains no type of impurity. Distilled water is the ideal water for you to consume when you're detoxing or when you're trying to cure yourself from a so-called incurable disease. Okay? None of these water is not helping us. It's not helping our body because the mineral, like I said, is not bioavailable. It's not bioavailable for our cells. Our cells can't use it. You have to understand, if you want minerals, minerals should come from your plant, should come from plant-based supplements, or it should come from the herbs. If you want minerals, your minerals should come from your fruits and vegetables, 90% fruits, 10% vegetables. It should come from the herbs, or it should come from plant-based supplement. You don't need the minerals that's in this water. So all of this crap, drink, should we be drinking spring water, or doctors say we said drink spring water? No. I could argue that distilled water is the only water that the body needs. The blood is distilled water. Your fruits and vegetables contain distilled water. It doesn't contain alkaline spring water. It has distilled water in it. Okay? So guys, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you guys can kindly subscribe, like this video, share this video. Follow me on Instagram. I share great content on there. Chris_the_healer. Also follow my partner, Nature Heals Us _Dutch. Use this knowledge, guys, for your healing. Okay, distilled water is the only water to help you eradicate whatever you're trying to eradicate with inside or whatever you're trying to fix. It's the only ideal water for you to consume. Don't consume none of these waters. Don't throw this shit out. Excuse my language. Throw this water out. Get yourself a distilled water. If you get yourself a distill machine, that's even better. Okay? So I gotta get going, guys. I'll see you guys next month with those promised testimonies of HSV. And like, subscribe, share this video. Stay tuned.